Hello, this is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Just came back from 17 days in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. One night I was at a taco stand, and this nice lady, name's Luz, but I always call her the taco lady. She's the lady I go to, or that I went to when I was there every day, sometimes several times a day. Well, one day I was at the taco stand waiting for her to make my tacos, and there was a whole bunch of kids right there in the yard because her taco stand is in her yard and right in front of her house. And there were a bunch of kids, and they were just like playing around like kids do, just kind of milling around, not really doing anything. And some of them were like kind of fighting with, not really fighting, they weren't mad at each other, but they were like play fighting and just messing around. And I don't know why I did it, but I saw these two pieces of wood, and I went and I picked them up, and I put them like a foot or two apart from each other, and I said, okay, everybody, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Jump the River. So everybody's going to line up. Everybody's going to jump across these two pieces of board, and then we're going to widen the river and widen the river until the last person falls in the river. And there were some little kids, so they fell in first. You know, they didn't make it across the two boards. But then there were other kids who could jump farther, and they made it. But all the kids, I mean, there was a bunch of them there, probably 10 kids. They all listened to me. Even though I was a stranger, I was just some guy getting ready to eat some tacos. They all listened to me, and they followed my instructions, and they did it. And I think they had fun. It looked like they had fun. But I knew that would work because I had done that before. So I think it was 2000 and, what year? 2012? Or maybe 13. 12 or 13. I was in Mexico, and I was with this lady and her kids, and then the lady's friends and all their kids. A whole bunch of kids were there, probably around 10 kids at that time too. And the ladies and I were just drinking, and the kids were just kind of doing nothing. And so I did the same thing. I said, okay, everybody, here's what we're going to do. I got these two boards, and this is our river, and we're going to jump across the river. And all the kids did it that time, too. And they all had fun, and I thought it was funny. And Jump the River is a game that I think a lot of American people play. I know I played it when I was a kid. We would... all the neighborhood kids or the kids at the camp or at church or whatever, we would take two jump ropes and put them a couple feet apart, and then everybody would jump across, and you spread them out until the last person who could jump all the way across was left. And that's just a childhood memory that I have, a game that I remember, and so I've used it. And I hope those kids will one day, when they're older, they'll remember the game and they'll do the same thing. Because it's a fun game, and it's just a good way to have something to do, you know, because they weren't really doing anything in both situations. And then, but they found something that was, because I showed it to them, something that was competitive and fun, and everybody got to get some energy out. So that's my story about organizing a game of Jump the River.